Oh, hi ladies. Oh, it's hot here. I just landed. And let me tell you, I was like, okay, and tomorrow I'm going to stand on the scale and it'll have been a week and I'll see, what damage I've done. And I didn't eat horrible on that trip. I did go to Pride Fest one night, and then I was drinking a lot, and I ate a corn dog, so wah-wah. But I was like, it's okay, I can walk it off. The only thing I was having was those Wassa crackers and like a smoked salmon and some cream cheese. That was I just didn't eat that much. I took more like protein bars and things than I really actually needed. So I was feeling pretty good about myself until I got to the airport today, and I have time to kill. And so I ordered the lettuce wraps, and it said, peanut sauce on the side, and I was like, oh, that'll be great. Then I don't have to use any of it. But it didn't come wrapped like a wrap, like a lettuce wrap. It came on a bed of lettuce, and then it was chicken and Chinese crispy noodles, a million of them, and mushrooms and water chestnuts, and then the peanut sauce was drowned on top of it, and then a chili sauce. So I'm like, okay. I was like, all right, whatever, I'll eat it. So I ate it, and I probably got an hour into that flight. Look how puffy I am, you guys. I mean, yeah, I can always, how you get that, you thin out when you're on HCG, and then as soon as you get off of it, you kind of get that puffy again. Well, I was already getting that kind of puffy a few days ago, but in the middle of this flight, it's like something I ate in that peanut sauce or in the wrap or whatever. I am so swollen. I mean, my jaws, my jowls, my hands, my bra is so tight around my rib cage right now. I'm like, oh God, when did that, holy Jesus, when did that happen? My pants are digging into my stomach. I'm like, oh, I think damn it, I'm supposed to stand on a scale in the morning and see how bad I did, and I'm so puffy. So all I'm gonna do tonight is drink a crap ton of water. And try and flush whatever this is, because I'm like, okay, I know I've probably gained a couple pounds, but I can't even get my bra off the fat roll. I can't even dig in there far enough. I'm puffed around it. My pants are tight. My shoes are tight. I'm like, wah-wah. I'll have to go back there for gas. So yeah, that's where I stand. And I took some little video clips of my journey back to Seattle. And so if I can edit them right, because I'm going to play with that. I was supposed to do it all week and I didn't. But it was over Great Falls, Montana, and then over where the Idaho border is, and then Lake Pend Oreille, and Coeur d'Alene, and then Spokane, and then coming into Seattle. So if I can get my little snippets together, it might be a cute little thing. We'll see if it works. But yeah, I knew I had gained a couple pounds. You're just not as sleek as you are on HCG. It takes a day or two before you kind of puff up a little, but I didn't think I was doing, super horrible. I ate a lot of cheese. But I didn't think it was that bad until this flight home. I'm just phew. Okay, I'm just retaining water. It's gotta be the peanut sauce or something. Wah wah. Oh well. I hope everybody has had a great time. I could not get I just didn't watch vlogs the whole time I was there. I just worked and had a little crush on a boy. Little one. And I told him I had Sunday, sometime on Sunday, if he wanted to go to the food truck festival, which you'll be proud of me. I was at a huge food truck festival, and it was beer, and I ate 50 food trucks, and I didn't eat anything. I did have a beer, but I didn't need anything. And it wasn't for necessarily lack of willpower. It was more because the lines were really long and I was too lazy to wait. And then I walked a half hour back to my place. And I was solicited as a prostitute during that walk. So I don't know how I felt about that. I was like, I do cross a few blocks into the not as savory neighborhood, so I was glad it was daylight. But still, I was in Bermuda jean shorts, little white kid tennis shoes, and a t-shirt. I was in nothing that should have been streetwalker appropriate. I do not know how I feel about that. But alright, ladies, I am just so glad to go home. Oh, can't wait to see my dog, my little beast. And I'm so glad I have such a great house sitter, because I know she works a lot, but I know when she's home she's really focused on them, and she really appreciates their little, Sonia's a wild little soul, and she just wears her dog suit right, and my house sitter appreciates their little personalities, which makes me happy because I know that she loves them and their quirky little ways as much as I do. Oh, and I didn't tell her. So the last, few days, my little fat cat has been on the hunt, and she brings the little mice in. You saw Jake. Well, then the day I left, I caught another little one. He had a little white stripe on him. And then as I'm walking out the door, I hear and I I turn around, and she's like, yay me, and she has another one that's about this long, little tail about this long. Oh my god, he was cute. Drops him, all happy. He goes sprinting down my hallway, and I'm like, bye. I was like, oh, I wonder if I should tell my house sitter there's a mouse in the house. I didn't tell her, but then she was like, oh, there was really sad, somebody brought in a dead little mouse. And I'm like, oh, he probably didn't come in dead, he probably just ended up that way because I wasn't there to catch him. But she did well. She didn't lose her mind. She did well on that. So I was proud of her. She said, I didn't really look much. Did he have a little white stripe? I'm like, was it a rat or was it a little mouse? She's like, it was a little mouse. And I'm like, oh, he didn't make it through the week. Yeah, they don't make it very long in the house. But, oh my goodness. Can't wait to go home and see my girls. I have to work first thing in the morning, so, there's that. But my dad got out of the hospital today. He got moved to a rehab center because his strength is gone, and he has lost 46 pounds, which he didn't really have 46 pounds to lose. But yeah, 18 days on a stomach, sugar water. His stomach stopped working. They finally got that taken care of, and then they put him in quarantine. Oh, apparently what was happening is he was getting overdosed. He was getting overdosed on a medication, I can't remember the name right this minute, that you take for spasms, but if you take too much of it, it gives you spasms. And he had been overdosed for the full 14 days he was there, like triple overdose type thing. And it was to the point where he was having psychotic hallucinations. That's why they were they had a full-time babysitter for him for a while. Brittany and I really thought that he was gonna die, and I was looking at plane tickets home. and one of the doctors finally was a visiting doctor. He wasn't even his doctor. He was a visiting doctor. He was like, wait a minute, what? Wait, what's this? None of the nurses got it. None of the surgeons got it. Nobody. Surgeon OD'd him. And so, as long as he makes full recovery, I have no problems with it. Something happens to his mental capacity or physical capacity that he can no longer live alone, we're going to be looking at a lawsuit. sue if he's fine. So then after we figured that out, he had to go through withdrawals, like a heroin addict, for 2 days. Not making me feel better about my decision to call an ambulance. So we're past that, and then during that, something looked weird with his poop, and they put him in quarantine, where it was biohazard suits in and out because they thought he had caught something. Anyway, he went to rehab today, and it's the same rehab clinic he was at for his stroke a year and a half ago, so he knows all the therapists and all the nurses are the same, and so Brittany and I feel really good about him going to spend a week there to get his strength back. But who spends 26 days in a hospital this day and age? Nobody. It's like, oh, you had open heart surgery yesterday? How about you go home at noon? Get out. Nobody. Like, and he's all worried about the bill, and I'm like, Dad, you have nothing. You don't own a house. You have nothing. So what are they going to do? Put you in debtor's prison? We'll keep making the $25 a month payment because it's going to be $1 million bill. So don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. I'll take care of it when I get into town. And I can't get into town for 3 more weeks. But that's okay. It'll happen. So, yay! He's out of the hospital and looks like he's going to make a nice recovery. We'll see how his strength and everything gets back together and how long that takes. And he just sounds like he's in a better place. There was a few days there that he sounded horrible, and now I realize it's because he was in full-on hallucinations and didn't know who he was talking to, and yeah, it was interesting. So thank you for all your good wishes on him. I think it worked, because I think it worked. I will let you guys go. I know it's a long one, and I am almost home, so it's time to go see my dog. Have a great one, you guys. I will catch up on everybody, I promise, in the next few days. See you later.